Welcome to Off the Wall with Dr. Craig. This podcast is all about situations that occur in the areas of education, nutrition, and politics. It's a common sense approach that analyzes the crazy things that happen in our world. Dr. Craig also has you covered with specific information on education, careers, and business. So buckle up and join the conversation, because Dr. Craig is the high priest of the painful truth.
And that is true, young lady. I am the high priest of painful truth, and we got some crazy stuff today, especially when I was a kid. This was, I know I'm an old guy. It was during the 60s and 70s, grade school and then high school. Grade school, I went to Catholic school, boys and girls in there. The school was closed down a long time ago. They still have the church there in Warminster, Pennsylvania. But I don't know if they renovated it or what they're doing there, but it's still there. But in grade school, we had nuns, Immaculate Conception nuns. I think that's what the name was. But the crazy thing is, I hit a nun. Don't get all upset, but I did by accident. Back in those days, they had transistor radios looked like the size of a pack of cigarettes. And we wore a blazer coat and a tie, white shirt, blue shirt, whatever. I forget whatever color we had. I had it in my back pocket, and I ran the earphone all the way up through my jacket, through my sleeve, and I put it in my palm, and I acted like I was leaning on my hand, but I was listening to the radio. Well, the nun called me. She comes over, and she's ready to hit me, lifts her arm up, and my father was teaching me how to box, and I accidentally threw my hands up to block it, and my left kind of hit her in the jaw. Well, she looked at me, and if looks could kill, but here she walked all the way back to where she was on the side of the room and left me alone until I got out of there. That was amazing. But I did feel bad about it. So, I belted her. I didn't hurt her, but I was more blocking her. I think she had a ruler, but that's what they did in those days. Can't get away with it today. So the high school thing, one that's real interesting. Italian friend of me, with me, first name Dan, and we went to Archbishop Wood in Warminster, all boys school. They've now added the girls about 10 years ago. I guess they waited till we got out, but anyway, it was an all boys school there. That was during the muscle car era, where everybody wanted to have a fast car, and they were clunkers back then. But I knew guys that could fix them up. 283 Chevy was a popular one. A guy used to work on that. Matter of fact, he was a genius. He turned an old Kirby vacuum cleaner into a flamethrower. Yes, it threw a jet of flame out from. He just reversed everything, took the bag off, and put a container on. It was like a metal container with gasoline, and it worked. Guy was a mechanical genius, real good. So one day on Byberry Road in, I think it's Montgomery County, we lived in Warminster Township or Bucks County, sitting there at the light, and I looked at Dan, and we said, oh, let's do this. Well, they had like bridges in the old days where farmers, they make this bridge. Well, it would go up fairly high, and it wasn't long in terms of expansion, but it was fairly up and down real quick. So you couldn't hit it at a fast speed or you pop over it. But we knew that. So I pushed my 63 Belvedere, Plymouth Belvedere. It was a tank. It was white. My grandfather gave it to me. And I got that thing up to 75 miles an hour. I hit that little bridge, and we were airborne. And the feeling of being weightlessness was unbelievable. Well, in those days, they didn't have seatbelts. We hit the other side of the bridge, kapow, where our heads hit the ceiling, and we could have broken our necks. I finally got control of the car, and we just sat there, looked at each other, and said, "Oh shit." We never did that again because that was something that we knew was dangerous and we were lucky to get through that. But high school with boys' high school, uh, leaves a lot to be desired as far as getting along with people. And I'll go into the next episode where we did some other goofy things with the Volkswagen. So the next time, I will see you later.